Julio, warm up.
No, bro.
Warm up. No, warm up the lip. Like, warm up. You gotta warm up. Very good. We live, right?
I know we're live, bro. I knew that something was fucking wrong.
Here we
trying
are.
to fix that GoPro for the astronaut, and you got me
but you
going.
see, you got it good. That's how we warm up.
I haven't sang that in a long time.
Hey, people who want to start a podcast, they gotta know how to start.
Diaphragm issue.
You know, they gotta start.
Anyway,
What we do. Look.
there you go.
And we got our man.
Now we got a real singer in the house.
Hey, we are happy to be here live and direct, like we always are, right? With our man.
This is gonna be Spanglish then. No?
It's gonna be
Spanglish.
It's gonna be.
I like Spanglish.
Yeah.
Robin Rip.
You're gonna be
Rip
heard
it up.
in the UK, Australia, Canada, whatever, all over the place.
Hey, Robin Rip,
So-
right? Is it Rip?
So
Rip.
Rip. Rip it up.
Pero no como el rip, sino rip.
Rip.
Como rest in peace.
Like rip it up.
¿cuándo vamos a empezar?
Exacto.
Oficialmente.
Bueno.
Yeah, we are.
So we are.
Hello, friends, ¿cómo estamos?
Yeah, say hello, people.
Instagram.
Say to the
No,
world.
I'm kidding.
Podcast.
This is how we
Podcast
start
world.
a podcast.
Yeah, man.
With no
We're
alcohol.
professional.
When we have no alcohol,
Oh.
it's just kind of weird.
I don't know
Are
what
you
you're
drinking all the
but
time?
it's me.
It's like,
No, I only drink on Tuesdays. Podcast
Cheers,
day.
man.
Wednesday.
cheers. Thank you for the invitation. This is I'm opening this.
Yeah, man.
Basically.
Yeah, we're happy to have you here. You know, well, we're actually
Thank you so much.
happy
Thank you for having me.
to be here with you.
Let me act like I was drinking. So Ico Taps Beer, then Nightlife Entrepreneur on Instagram, and your Instagram,
Ronald RIP.
and Ronald RIP.
Ronald RIP.
How also,
That Nightlife Entrepreneur on Amazon.
Go and get it, go and get it.
Entrepreneurs.com/podcast. And remember, Spotify, on Google Play, on YouTube, on Facebook, on whatever.
hey, also,
Podomatic,
also at Doral Food and Wine Festival, where you're probably going to be singing there.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Come check them out.
This is news to me.
And
live.
at LMG Miami.
I'll speak to
Thank
you,
you
man,
guys. Those
later.
are our sponsors for the day.
Yes.
All right,
And
man.
we work actually.
And we work.
You know,
And
we're
we
using
work
this space,
here
this beautiful space here in Brickell.
Brickell.
It's
Yes.
nice.
This is nice.
We wanted to have a different background today for you guys, but the light.
And James
here
been
in
doing
Miami
Don't help.
he's been
didn't
doing a
allow us.
lot of yoga, so
And we decided to do this from the floor.
yeah.
You know,
we
Yeah.
want to be
the vibe was
Because I'm
level.
5'5", you know what I mean? So,
ground level.
All right, so
We're ground level.
long story short, I've known this guy for over a decade, for sure.
Right, yeah, right. At least 15 years.
Yeah, at least 15 years.
You guys work together?
We
Yes.
have been colleagues. We have been
Still
competition.
friends? Good.
We
Yeah,
have been always friends.
Friends.
Wow.
And yeah. In this business,
See
bro,
people?
sometimes you're together, sometimes you're not. and-
Right.
But as long
Was
as
it a
you do
secret
it,
or was it like, live?
Just-
People knew that you guys
no,
were
yeah, no,
competing
not
and-
secretive kind of competition. No,
Right.
no, open.
We need to form a band actually. That's the only thing we haven't done together.
Wow.
A rock band or
You haven't
something.
seen
There you go. There you go.
you haven't seen this guy.
Yeah, I tried singing one instance today.
Singing.
This guy's a singer. This guy's been, I've known him as a nightclub promoter for a long time.
Yeah.
Right.
Right now, he's more concentrated in his music
Correct.
career than anything. And we want to talk a little bit about both.
Both
You know,
worlds.
it is entertainment in the end, and
It is,
you know,
it's all
there's
at
some
night.
things-
It's all
The
at
show
night.
business.
Well, unless
exactly.
you're singing in a brunch,
Right,
but
Exactly.
it's all
So
nightlife.
every week we start with the same question, and is how did you fall into this shithole of a life?
No, man.
I'm kidding, bro.
Say that.
I'm completely
Focus
kidding.
says it's-
I
the
got
complete opposite.
I got here in Miami in 1997, and I remember I was working on in a warehouse, like getting CDs together for exporting, like new age CDs, new age music. And I was working there, and I got a call from Osvaldo Ponte Jr., which was the
Shout out
son
to El Negro.
of Oscar de Leon, manager. And he said, we're gonna open a party. So I see you're popular in the nightclub business. I mean, the nightclub, you're partying all the time. You're getting people, you're knowing people every time. You're meeting people and you're getting people to the places, blah, blah, blah. So do you want to pass some flyers for our party? We're gonna open up. Actually, it was here in Brickell. This street right here. I mean, you cannot see it, but it's
hold on.
it was totally dark, It was
it
all
was here
downtown.
where
We're talking about 17 years ago.
Wow.
He
But
was-
he worked there with you, or he just came by. He went by there.
No. He was the one, the owner of the party.
Okay.
He was the main promoter.
Got it.
And I was here, and can you pass some flyers for for the party and help us out for
Remember
50
the name
bucks?
of the party?
No, place was called Segundo Piso. Do you remember that? Of course. It was crazy.
With
That's
the
Segundo
party
Piso.
and
Starting,
Monica at the door, and
Imagine what was going on in the Pimenta.
it's actually a bank
Alfredo
now. It's
Gamboa.
the second floor across from Blue Martini. It was a bank.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
now a bank, actually.
Yeah. It's a regional Regions Bank. Now.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
Okay.
There you go with advertising.
Shout out.
So you started.
Regional Bank.
So that's what we call street promo, basically.
Correct.
So,
So I was passing flyers for 50 bucks
okay.
every night, and I get to bring my friends to get a couple of drinks. I started that. $50 a night wasn't bad for me when it was the first time that I did it.
17 years
So-
ago, also.
Yeah. So it's like
Chilling.
It's
That
not
was the
too far
first
from
party
what
that
we
I was
pay nowadays.
Yeah.
Like,
pay 50 bucks
7,500 bucks a night.
To give out flyers.
Right.
Yeah, correct.
All right.
I was making $200 per month.
Cool. That's what's up.
We got there like I don't know, like 100 people maybe.
Where are you from? What's your nationality?
Originally from Caracas, Venezuela.
Oh, okay.
I've been here for 20 years already.
Okay.
21 years actually.
Wow.
So from that strip promotion, when did you jump?
I met this guy Alejandro Lazardi at the same party.
Right.
Because no, it wasn't the same party. We had the second floor Latin and downstairs Brazilian.
Right.
Wow.
Okay, and he was doing.
See, I told you something was going on in the first floor.
freaking,
Right? Did I say that?
Samba, whatever.
Brazilian parties
Hey.
going on. over here right now.
Yeah, samba and house music, all that downstairs.
Capoeira.
So I met this. Yeah, so,
Okay.
so I met this guy, and he was like, "Bro, you're very talented. I mean, you get to know a lot of people, and you're like charismatic. Well, I have a project that I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna call you. Okay, cool." Then he called me, time passed, and I'm talking about 2 years after that. It was like Oacha was 2000, year
Oh,
2000.
wow. Yeah. Woohoo! Shout out to the Covacha
La
days.
Covacha was the sales were like dead. Covacha was like I don't know 50 people, super
Hey, but
dead.
let me ask you something. When you were promoting this party,
Right.
and you did that for like 2 years, 1 year, like how long?
No, that party
how-
lasted like
That
I don't know,
party
like
didn't
3
last?
months. Yeah,
that party
it was
didn't last.
super bad.
But then,
super.
but you liked it. You enjoyed it. You
Yeah,
were like, you
correct.
know what, $50 doing this. I go out. I kind of like meet people.
Right.
All right. So
Well, I used to go to this guy party in
So at that time,
Key
there was
Biscayne.
competition.
And
Key
actually,
Biscayne.
I'm
Oh.
gonna be honest in the camera.
Huh?
I was,
Say the truth, man. This is the moment.
This is the total truth.
all right,
The
it's
total
okay,
truth.
all right.
And then,
Don't take it personal.
all
Whatever
good.
he tells
he
you
was
right
there. He was there with the LMG production, and that time was like me so gente. I kind of admired these people. They were like the kings for me because I wanted to
You were
be.
like-
When Ronald RIP has something that is very, I don't know, it's actually a curse or how do you call that, or an advantage?
blessing, yeah.
Or an advantage,
Advantage,
a blessing.
yeah.
Is that when I get to do something, I go all the way.
You go all
It's
in.
not, I mean, I signed that contract.
Nice.
So I was like, when I met these people, and they were super successful, number one in the city.
What party were they doing?
And
South
at that time, South Fork
Key
in
Biscayne.
Key Biscayne,
okay.
2,000 people venue. It was freaking crazy. They were selling a lot of, bottles and
Yeah.
that.
And you
It
were-
wasn't a
that,
bottle
that,
time, but it was packed like all the tables.
Yeah, yeah.
you
drink,
were,
drink,
and
drink.
you were in, and where were you giving out flyers?
and everywhere, cars and people on the streets. But I used to go to their parties to get people. All the time. It's like that's the point, to meet these people and to get it for me.
So
It's,
you,
to
is
actually
there a
pocket
term
them.
for that? Is there a name like? Was that like you were like a crowd thief? That's kind of like right.
Yeah, basically.
Because
I was there.
you would like catch them
It
and
was
say,
like,
hey, why are you coming here? Come to this party.
I was where the fish were.
Okay, exactly, exactly.
It
Yeah.
was like, all these people are consuming in nightlife, are consuming alcohol, are consuming these parties.
Right.
And I'm there, they're my friends, they're gonna, let
Yeah.
me get
Allow
it
me to
and
do
make
this.
my PR there.
If you did it with permission, it was cross promotion. So that
Okay.
the cross promotion is allowed, and it's good for some businesses. Especially back then, we were all doing a one night a week thing. We weren't concentrated on anything else, just that. So we did a lot of cross promotion with, for example, their parties or La Covacha, for example, that
Right.
they were the other venue that was packed. Until we we actually had issues with like La Covacha. Aurelio is
Right,
our
right,
friend
right.
now. Back then, we were big competition.
Yeah.
It was the two venues that were like super packed.
Competing.
One on Friday, one on Saturday.
Right.
But it was just a
Hey,
lot of
for-
competition, like to the point where they sent us like security to beat us up and take us out of the
Yeah, it was
out of the streets
crazy.
and all
That's
that.
serious. So let me ask you this: is if for those listeners and viewers out there, is it okay to do that? Is it crowd thief?
No.
Is crowd thiefing you know.
With permission, yeah.
But think about it, like, is that in the
we
book?
had,
Like,
we had
is there-
a special relationship, like, you know, our business relationship. I mean, I actually, you know,
Because that's very
with their
clever.
parties, I used to
very clever,
promote
yeah.
them for free as well because
Right.
I got my people there also. You know, and you know, it was business for them to have me. I was very popular at that time. Not very, but I was starting
Yeah,
to get into the
So-
zone. You know what
Jay,
I mean?
you don't recommend crowd thieving?
Not if you take it, you know, in the way that you're disrespectful. Like if you go into somebody else's venue with
Your
flyers,
flyers,
of another party that's the same night, or you know, with no permission. If you get permission from two people, the main promoter,
Yeah, I
and
love
the
how you
owner,
said it.
the
With
owner.
the, with the main promoter.
and the owner. Yeah,
Or
main
the
promoter and the owner. No, seriously,
he's
these are the
technically
two
saying,
guys that
don't-
are gonna get mad at
to the main
whoever's doing
promoter.
promotion of some other party at their
course.
venue. You know, because it took them time, work, and money to bring those people
Correct.
together to one place.
And
for
then now
somebody
you're
else to
gonna
take it.
come. Okay.
So
guys, if you're gonna go out there and give out flyers, try not to crowd thief.
yeah, back
It's
then
not
that was
good.
different. Like you said, it was.
I was a friend of the
promotion, it was
house, a
friendly
friend
thing.
of the.
Yeah, it was allowed.
And I
He
didn't.
said, yeah, go
you
ahead.
know, I wasn't open another
By the
party
way,
or,
that was
or
very
anything. You know.
confident of them to be like, yeah, you know what, man, you want to take a couple of people, go ahead.
And that's
Take
another
the-
thing.
Right,
If you
right,
are
right.
confident enough that it doesn't. I mean, the
Doesn't
first thing
affect
was
you that much.
we did not have a party on that same night that they were promoting also. So it's not like I had something else to promote for
Got
that day. So it didn't really matter. I rather
Right.
have my clients at a friend's party than somebody else's.
For sure.
In the end. So that was
Right,
that
right.
Okay.
to see it. Now, when did you jump into? Okay, I'm becoming enough, you know, popular enough to actually get into the nightlife business a little more. Now have the title of I'm a promoter.
So that's that happened. You identified when you became like you already started being known as like, oh, that guy knows the
Right.
right parties to where to
Right.
go.
As he said, he was becoming more popular.
Okay.
Yeah, I was becoming more
then-
popular, and you know,
And
that's
how long
when.
did it take?
Like 2 years,
2 years?
and a half.
To,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I
really
used to
get
be
a name
valet
out
parking.
there?
I used to valet
The
parking.
crowd thief.
I used to valet parking.
Okay.
Getting out like at 8, 9 at night. I used to shower in the lavatory. I mean, how do you call that?
The lobby
sink.
and the
sink,
sink.
yeah.
You used to
sink,
shower
like,
in the
you know,
sink.
Yeah. Change my clothing, go to
That's
the
real
nightclub
hustle right there.
until 4:30 in the morning. Then wake up at 7 to go valet parking again. It was crazy.
Man, I give it up to like.
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
you call hustle, all right? You shower in the sink.
But as I
There was
said,
no white
I
piece
wanted
back
to
then
get.
to just get your.
Could you just even picture that? You walk in, I walk in, and I see a guy showering and say, I'll be like, okay, I'll see you later. Bing. And I like,
I
run
wanted
out
to. I mean, I signed the contract to be one of the best promoters in the city. I was
Nice.
like, I want to go all the way. I have to be the best.
Awesome.
You know, and I did it. You know, basically, you know, at some level, I reached that point.
Good for you.
And then, you know, I opened this part. You know, I got this call from Alejandro Lazardi, and he offered me, "You're gonna be my partner, 50-50 at La Covacha, opening
Oh.
August 11th, 2000."
serious?
Yes.
So
we
how
jumped-
talk about like, you know, coming from promoter to a club owner. So you became like,
No.
The
I
night
was,
was your-
I was
From
the
the
night-
street
no, no.
to the owner of the party.
owner
Wow.
of Body, correct. 50-50 with Alejandro Lazardi, 2000. And
You guys changed the name of the venue, no? For that party?
No.
That's not the one that you changed the name of
No.
the level. Okay.
No. And we opened up August 11, 2000. Year 2000.
That was
We
the
got
name of
like
the party,
700
like-
people there. We didn't sleep that week. It was
That-
crazy
that's actually-
Where'd you
promotion.
shower that?
That's actually my partner's
promotion.
birthday.
Correct.
So we had a white party going on at that same time.
Right. And we opened on Friday nights.
Right.
It was super successful.
You didn't
I was
sleep.
making some money. I wasn't making wow, but I was making some money.
you were having fun.
But I had my name on it. It's like, you know, the Ronald RIP party. It
Wow.
was, you know,
Yeah,
I was
you
like,
were
you know,
like-
that level of importance got me to a level that, you know, it's like,
You,
oh,
it
this
was
is
actually,
Ronald
you
RIP
know
party.
Now,
This
now-
is like,
now that you mentioned
I was
that, Ronald's one of the few guys that has built a company around his name.
Got it.
Because, you know, although
Personal
he did-
brand.
although, yeah, before all this personal branding talk
Correct.
came, you know,
Before.
everybody wants to personal brand themselves.
Yes.
Hence the Nightlife Entrepreneur.
Yep.
But with Ronald, before all of
He
this,
was already.
yeah, like, because for example, for us, it was like we were LMG, La Misma Gente at the beginning, then became LMG, you know, but it was like I never promoted Julio Zambrano.
Well, I
or
used to promote
Gustavo
myself. I used to do
Gutierrez.
graffiti.
Your name as a, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, what up?
so
to
so
my
the
story.
point
You said promoting. He started.
so the point is this.
Yes.
He actually built a brand around his, you know,
Name.
you know, the Ronald RIP, you know, the RIP brand. Which, by the way, what does the RIP represent? Where did it come from?
No, that was when I was
rips the
11
people
years
away from
old.
your party,
I
dude,
used to, I used to surf a lot in my
Use the number
country.
11 a lot for some reason.
Yeah,
Do you have
I
11?
used to surf a lot, and there was this brand called Rip Curl, and I had my surfboard full of my stickers, Rip Curl. And people call me Rip, like because of that brand. And actually, that the name Ronald RIP was created by you guys, by Victor Malo and Gustavo Quilla. He said, "Bro, you cannot be called RIP because it's too short, 3 letters. It's like Ronald is like nobody knows by your last name or your name. So combine the two. Ronald RIP, RR is super cool. So
They gave you a
left it
cool
there.
name, man.
Yeah.
Right.
It was
So
Use the
shout out to
RR
those
and the
people that
two.
gave you the names. Wow.
Right,
It was
right.
a cool logo
And
and
they
everything.
created the logo. Wow.
Yeah.
awesome.
So that party lasted a while. That Friday night party was
Probably a
success.
year. After a year, when was
In La Covacha, right?
I La
After a year.
Covacha with this partner, with Alejandro. I was like, bro, to be honest with you on the camera, and
Yeah.
again,
Keep it
he's
real,
like,
man.
I don't wanna,
That's
I
why
don't
we're
wanna-
here, not to lie.
I'm like, digo, ¿qué hago yo en este rancho? Dije yo.
Oh.
Como que, bro, this is like
Wow.
a choza, to me.
So that means you're.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, just to explain to those that don't
Yeah,
understand
yeah.
what he's talking about. Basically, this was a venue that was maybe not to the standards of,
It was very Latin.
Actually, Ronald RIP was always focused on the high-end clientele. That's one of the main things. And La Covacha was successful, but was not known
What I wanted.
for their best clientele.
Correct.
Your Friday night party over there with Alejandro was the best clientele that the venue had. But it's difficult to convince the good people to go to the venue that's not so high-end for
Correct.
a long time.
Yeah.
Such a good reputation, and it was also kind of like very Latin. It was very
Yeah.
open,
Right.
right? So
So it's very important when you guys are
Looking
talking
for a
about
venue?
maybe starting a party to think about the venue that you're going to do. Think about your clientele. Think about your niche, your people. Where you want to do it, and who are you bringing to it? Is it to the standards that you're looking for? And it doesn't have to be high end. The opposite is also true. If you have a bad, not bad. What do you call the opposite of the high end clientele?
bad night, bad clientele,
The people
kind of
in
like
general.
ghetto.
I guess that's you could go
Ghetto
as far
clientele.
as ghetto or raunchy or whatever you want to call
Raunchy.
it. Whatever it is, there are venues for that, and it is a good business. Also, there are more of
course.
those people to
I
go
think
out
those people drink more.
and drink more in a way. So, all right. So
Okay, so
So
after a
I
year,
said,
you
what
you
I'm
were
doing
kinda like,
here is like, all these people are going to South Beach, which is the mecca of the nightclub in the world. I was like, yeah, if I want to do this all the way,
So you got bored. At the end of the day, you just got bored.
Yeah, I was like,
doing what
I
were
want to do
doing.
something creative. And I'm always been a creative. I'm an artist. It's like, I want to do something different. It's like, I'm in the middle of Doral in a suburbio, like in a suburb, in the middle of Doral. What I'm doing here.
By the way,
all the way
Doral
from
now is
Caracas to
different, right?
Miami,
Yeah.
and you end up,
Yeah, and the
This
same
is
thing. And I was
what
like,
year is this?
why-
2001.
2001.
So yeah,
I
2001
said-
Doral there was nothing in Doral in 2001. So
Correct.
now
That was the only
Covacha
club.
was it.
that was
It was
it.
a destination.
Wow.
It was a
at
bar,
least-
a restaurant, whatever. And I was like, bro, I want to do something different. So I start calling promoters from the beach, from South Beach, and I start to getting connections and, owners and
Did they
promoters.
know who you
and
were?
whatever.
Like when you called them?
A little, yeah, because
you like,
I
"Hey,
had some
what's up?"
reputation at that time, blah, blah. And
Ronald
I get to know this guy, Calix. Remember Calix, the Colombian guy, very popular on the beach. And he said, bro, I'm gonna combine my French and gringo people and my American crowd
That's-
to your Latin flavor and your girls.
That's
that
what he
I was
said?
bringing, yeah.
Okay.
Let's connect with this venue. It's called Honey. So
Oh, I
at that
remember
time was
Honey.
my only party in South Beach, the only promoter that I created an international event.
Shout out to Alexis
South Beach?
Fernandez.
Correct.
So,
Yeah.
wow.
So I opened up 2001. Yeah, was this?
Wow.
It was super mega successful at Saturday night.
What
My best
night?
party.
Saturday night.
Saturday night. Unbelievable party. Yeah.
And it was French.
So it was the same.
was
The
French,
same.
Anglo,
I took my
Latin,
DJ
it
from
was
La Covacha.
DJ Nicolas.
Nicholas. Yeah. And
Shout out
we
to
created
DJ
a different
Nicolas.
format. Yeah, Nico. We created a different format of music for that venue. It was like
Right.
super. It was sophisticated. It was a small venue.
How many
Uh,
people? Like, what was the capacity?
Like
there?
250, 300 people.
Oh,
Very
really small.
exclusive.
Okay.
It was small,
And,
but
and
there
it
was
was an
probably more than
exclusive-
that people there. I remember that place had actually an issue. Well, we interviewed the doorman.
Oh, Mario was it? Okay.
Mario Cecilia was a doorman.
I was just gonna ask you, who was the door
Mario
guy?
spoke about one of the nights over there because he spoke about the day that what
He
was
got
it?
raided
Yeah, he got raided.
because of the minors and all that.
Oh wow.
There was a different party,
Right.
which was managed by the
honey
company
got
that
a
I work
little
with
lemon.
right now.
There you
The
go.
honey night just
Right, but they were the
sour.
younger generation coming up, so
Correct.
So
Correct.
it always happens. You know, there's always that era, that moment when you're starting your company. If you start when you're like 18 to 21 or whatnot, where the people that you're gonna bring to the parties are younger. So it's
Right.
it's harder to find.
No,
a
no, you
venue.
sound like you were having a lot of fun.
Oh my
You were
God,
doing
at
this.
that time, yeah, because I wanted to reach different. I mean,
Like you had a mission.
you know, from that point, it's like Ronald RIP was created as a brand. You know,
And were
like
you still
these
showering
guys
in
capable
the
to
restroom,
actually
or were
bring.
you now living larger? Like was it a lucrative business for you at that time?
Yeah, as well. Yeah,
And you were
I was
sleeping,
making.
like you weren't showering in a restroom and stuff like that, or you know,
No,
now?
I was living by promotions. You know,
Okay.
I was making a living
Okay, so now
doing
you were
promotion
like
at night, and I
balling,
was happy because
party,
of that. Yeah, all the time.
popularity, everything.
Yeah,
Wow,
I was-
you're alive, man.
Yeah,
That's
super
good.
cool.
And then, now you're talking about that. Let me ask you a question. There's or a tip actually for our viewers.
Tip.
There's one thing. There's one thing that you always did better than everybody else, and it was girls. Like
You did girls better
Ronald
than-
RIP.
Okay,
Knew how to do girls.
my best friend.
No,
Ronald.
so being serious, which we tried to do.
Yeah, no, right? Like, let's be serious now.
You perfected, let's say, the art of bringing girls to a club.
Correct.
You know, like if
Beautiful women.
yes,
Yeah.
mainly that.
Yeah?
because that's today is something that is it's asked a lot of the promoters. You want them to bring more women. As a matter of fact, we pay more for women than for guys.
Right.
Of course.
And that kind of thing. But you're one of the few that started doing it before it became like a necessity to do or whatever. So how did you do that? What do you think you did different from everybody else that made you that guy that the girls were going to?
That's actually that was the key actually,
was
because
your
I know
secret.
when you bring girls to a club, you guarantee sales, for sure, because the guys are gonna come, they're gonna spend money, and you know that.
Yep.
And but the thing is that it's funny because you can fuck them. You can have any kind of relationship,
Sorry, guys.
romantic relationship.
Hey, you
with them.
alright?
I mean, you have.
You all right
yeah.
there?
I lost my leg for a second, bro. Seriously.
I mean, the secret is you have to befriend them.
You have
You
to be
know,
friendly
and,
and you have to be professional.
Correct.
You
Yeah,
can't-
100%. 100%. And sometimes, of course, you like one, you like two,
Yeah.
but in the same group, it's like when you have an
Yeah, it's
an
almost like
affair
don't
with
get high on
one.
your own supply, right?
You are like, no, these guys, like you're hitting on me, and this guy is a
You
pedo,
can't- you
whatever.
gotta keep it
and
professional.
you actually lose the interest
Of course.
to bring them to a party. So it's like when you befriend them, you have it right there because they know they're not gonna. You're not gonna hit on them,
So
and
the-
you have it in like a client list.
So
Exactly.
pretty
You
much
bring
the
them.
secret tip is becoming more their friend.
Yeah,
More-
become their
more
friend.
their friend.
Keep it professional.
Yeah, professional.
Don't get high on your own
100%.
supply.
Yeah.
Right.
And that'll attract. That'll make your network with women kind of.
Correct.
Gain popularity because they're like, oh, he's very respectful, he's so nice, and he gets
Yeah.
you into the best parties and blah blah blah.
Correct.
And it just grows, and that's a good tip.
Basically, I mean,
For
it wasn't that easy
those
because
promoters
sometimes
that
it's
wanna
like you
start,
wanted
what about-
you wanted to.
And there's another part, because it's not about bringing the girls to the club. After that, you have to make sure the public relations part of it is done right also.
Correct.
So can you tell me a little bit about how would you take care of these girls normally?
Champagne, 100%.
Champagne.
Champagne, always. You have to have that.
Well, we're
that
drinking
bottle
right now.
of bubbles,
There you go.
and
There you see.
that's actually the favorite
Champagne.
drink for girls. And you always
quick,
have
huh?
to have that, a couple of 3 bottles of champagne on your table.
Hey,
So
could
it's
you
not a
give?
secret to most, but so you guys,
Could you-
the ones that don't know, champagne is not only a good thing for bringing girls, complimentary champagne, but it's
Complimentary.
Compliment, of
Also,
course.
right.
Okay.
But there's also the fact that if girls are drinking champagne, the guys that you bring that are going to spend money
Then I have
are
to
going
buy.
to have to buy champagne.
Yeah.
So what is the deal with champagne?
Correct.
it's either
It's more
super
expensive. It's more expensive.
or if they don't buy the most expensive one, it's 5 to 6 drinks. That's it from the bottle. So they're gonna want more.
Exactly.
And that's why clubs rather sell champagne than any other bottle of whatever.
Yeah, I mean, actually, champagne could make the difference in your sales at the end of the night.
So, question: your whole your secret to approaching women, in this case, if there's a promoter out there who's maybe right now listening and saying, you know what, I need to start
Singing in their ear.
I need to start getting more women into. That's what I'm missing. I'm missing, reaching more women, bringing in more women into my party. How do you give that guy a tip?
Approach him. Let him know that you're a promoter right away.
Right away.
Because in that way they know that you're working.
Okay.
And you get their attention, and then befriend them. I mean, be nice, and
is
give
that how
them your
you-
number.
is that how you
trying
would
to
Give
do
them
it?
your number.
first.
Just correct.
You give them that. So is that how you would do it? You would just go up to them and say, "Hey, hi, how are you? I'm Ronald RIP. Here's my party."
I used to have these business cards that we don't use anymore, but I used to have this, and I never. I mean, sometimes when it gets into a great conversation, you get their number, but otherwise you give them their card, and they're gonna text you for sure because they're gonna party.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay. You see.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay,
use
so
it
you
anymore. I
so you
use
would
Instagram.
use Instagram. Yeah, that's the new card. So you would just go up to them and you would try to get their number.
Yeah, how you doing? What are you doing here? Who invited you? You
Got
like
it.
this party? You like international party? Because tomorrow I have a party.
Perfect.
I like to invite you with your friends.
Okay, so you were always working, man. You were always on work mode.
Yes.
Awesome.
And from that point on, I started to get nightclubs in South Beach.
In South Beach.
You
So
know,
now you became the
yeah.
South Beach man. What happened to
They-
you?
the
What happened to your
Latin-
boy
the
in La
Latin
Covacha?
promoter? I left La Covacha.
Oh, wow.
They didn't want me to
Crickets
do
out there?
Saturday nights.
Yeah, it was empty.
Nothing. No, not really. No.
No,
They
they still
kept
had-
the party for 5 years.
Yeah,
something
because
like
they had their crowd out there. They had, there was another.
I mean, I always say Aurelio was my biggest competition at the time, but at the same time, I see him as a mentor. Even the fact that I barely worked with him because we did a few times.
Yeah.
But working against the
Yeah,
guy
they knew how to figure out.
was a whole university.
No, they knew how
man,
to figure
he's
out.
good.
Yeah, he knew how to get people in there. One way or another, he just.
He's a
figured it
workaholic,
out.
first of all.
Yeah.
And
he had-
same as Gerald.
And he was high
Right.
energy. He was high
Oh, yeah.
energy, so.
And I don't know, 16 hours per day, working crazy.
Wow.
And some great ideas for the marketing department of La
Do you
Covacha.
have to work that hard to be a promoter, like something like that, like 16 hours? So if there's a promoter right now who's like, oh, I'm
I
just
used to
going to
work
do
a
this for
lot.
4
I used to work
hours.
a lot because I wanted to make a name for myself.
Okay.
In the industry. I mean, there was so many names at that time, being these people. I mean, LMG, La Misma Gente at that time. The most important, the monopoly of the city. And I wasn't no one at that time.
So-
and I wanted to create something different in South Beach. I
you
want to
did.
be the different promoter. I want to be
Got
the
it.
different. I want to propose something out of this area and bring it to a beach.
another-
People has to people go and get to know different venues like Opium. For me, Opium was like a dream. Opium Garden, where Story is right now.
Got it.
Opium was like I'm working at Opium Garden.
If you guys have been listening to other podcasts that we've talked about this a little bit, in Miami, there's two areas, let's say. So the most popular area is South Beach, where most of the big clubs, the Lives, the
Back in the
Stories,
day, yeah.
and back then even more with
Now there's more places too.
more places on the beach. Nowadays, it's less venues, but even bigger probably, production-wise and
Right.
whatnot, and numbers.
Well, they're
whatever.
competing with other cities, so now they're
Right.
going crazy.
But then-
They're going all out.
And then there's, Brickell, and there's Midtown, and there's Wynwood. So there's a few different areas that are more
Doral.
to the nightlife. But we have always concentrated being, on outside of the South Beach area.
Correct.
We've always said, we let South Beach, guys own South Beach, and we stay owning our areas.
Was it because there were too many promoters, or
One being
Or
it was
too
a
many
different-
things
it was
going
a
on.
different monster. Number one,
was a
they worked a lot with
tourists?
tourism.
Yeah.
Number one, we have never been at
Celebrities as well.
tourism. Celebrities.
International celebrities.
But for example, with the tourism, the street teams, like for example, what Ronald started doing at the beginning, there was this guy Gerald that he just mentioned who built a street team that started becoming like the guy that owned the parties.
Wow.
To make the story short, this guy that started building a street team for clubs ended up owning a nightclub in Las Vegas.
Wow.
And now he owns Mr. Jones on the beach. And I think Mokai, he's a partner too, from my understanding. So anyway,
There's money there, baby.
anywhere in this business, you can start wherever you start. There's a way to grow and as high as you want, but you need to put in those hours.
You need to put in.
Yeah.
You want to stay at a certain.
You gotta put that
level.
hustle in that muscle.
Exactly.
Or the
You wanna
muscle in the hustle.
Stay at a certain level. You can. Depends on what your comfort zone is and where you feel comfortable money-wise. Also, how much you want to make. How much work you want to put in, etc. It's up to you, really.
So Ronald, as you're doing all this, because I know you've mentioned a couple of times, you're an artist. While all this is happening, are you entertaining? Are you what are you doing with your art, with your artistry? I know I see you have a couple of tattoos. I know that JM just mentioned you number 11 is your favorite number. Do you have 11 tattoos? Do you have the number 11?
No, I have
tattooed around
16.
you?
I have 16.
16?
15 or 16, yeah.
15 or the name of shit. Wow.
Cool.
Okay.
I mean, I've been an artist since I was 6 years old, dancing and doing
But I
it.
want to know how the transition, like, was that happening while you were promoting?
It was happening at the same time. Yeah, it was happening
while
at the
you
same
were
time.
promoting, were you also saying, hey, and by the way, come check me out. I also perform or sing at this place.
But I was doing that like for the sake of the art. At that time, it was like, for me, it was like, I'm promoting these nightclubs, but at the same time, I have this rock band that I like.
Oh,
so I'm going to start
it's rock?
writing songs. I used to be a drummer in the
Okay.
beginning, and then I started to sing, like, for a hobby, and I started to play guitar. I started to learn instruments. I had a band, blah,
Wow.
blah, because I like that part, but I never took it professionally until 2005.
All right, so today, the title of nightclub promoter goes away completely for you. You are nowadays considered a musician. Singer-songwriter is.
I'm a recording artist, basically.
There you
You're
go.
a recording,
I'm a recording
artist. And that's starting what year? Like, what was the year where was there something bad that happened to you as a promoter, or you just got tired of it and you said, you know
this
what?
is a crazy story,
I've
actually.
already gained so much popularity that I'm just going to move on, or what you're about to tell us right now.
This is actually a crazy story.
Okay.
And
Love it. Hey, you
some
heard
people,
it here at the Nightlife Entrepreneurs.
Some people are going to believe me or not. I don't know. But it was a calling from God, actually.
Okay. All right.
It was crazy. I felt the energy.
Jesus
actually,
talks to us.
Really, really. I'm being serious.
Hey,
He was
don't
like-
laugh over there, man.
No,
Our
for real.
production crew is laughing.
I was
Why?
like talking about-
Stop laughing.
Talking about
Laughing.
talking about Opium Garden.
Okay.
I was,
Oh.
on any night, Friday night, packed nightclub, 2,000 people. It was crazy.
If you were doing
I was like,
opium, it was not God.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say. I was like, okay, if you heard the voice there, man.
So-
let me-
so-
I was like,
what happened?
let me.
yeah.
What was sorry, we're also live over there with
Live Instagrammers.
his Instagram.
So I was walking to my job as every Friday night, with a party, slammed. It was super cool. And I really, really felt some words.
You felt them.
I felt words. It's like, someone
Yeah.
from the Mahaja or something, they touch me, God or something. It's like, what are you doing here? This is not your calling.
Wow.
And I was what? I mean, I was like, I felt that, but it wasn't words really, but I
2005
interpret.
This is 2005?
2005. Correct. I was like, I was the peak of my nightclub promoter career. I was making a bunch of money. I was, connected with everyone, working with the French guy. It was like, the best moment of my career as a promoter. I was
And were
like,
you
this is not correct. This is like, there's something else happening to me. And I used to have this girlfriend, Elizabeth. Remember Elizabeth, the blonde girl?
Yeah.
They're always blondes.
Shout out to Elizabeth.
Always blondes. And I was like, I don't feel good. I don't know. I'm promoting that. I don't know. This is not. I don't know. This is not for me anymore. I think. Are you sad? What happened to you? I don't know. What do you want to do with your life? I was like, I'm an artist. And she was like, do your art and play your music. And then I took the decision,
maturing?
as I told you before, I took the decision to actually do this all the way. It's like,
all the way you stopped.
All
Like
the way.
you,
I was like,
oh, because of what you said. How you said, when I sign a contract, when I go into something, I go all in.
all the way. And it's the same case. It's like, I have to go all the way. I mean, my career is now at the stage. It's like, I have to keep working very, very hard. The music industry is a freaking
Monster, right?
oh my God. I mean, you can't imagine.
Yeah.
And I've been fighting and fighting and fighting because I want to go all the way. It's like I want my music
Good
heard
for you.
in every corner of the world, and I won't rest until that happens.
Did your years in the nightlife industry help you in any way, or
100%. The thing is that going back to the conversation, I heard this and I started changing everything. I started losing interest in the nightclub industry per se. And I started writing more songs and get
not
connected
because
with
it
the
was
art.
bad to you, but because
No,
you
because
saw that this
I was making a
not your
living.
path,
I was making a living. I was happy. I was getting in contact with promoters, with music in the music industry as well. Promoters, managers, and DJs all the time. Like I was doing
Let
my
me
job.
ask you, were you feeling guilt? Like, did you feel guilty? You were making all this money. You were popular.
Not really.
Or, like, why do you think God spoke to you? Like, why was there? Like, were you drinking a lot? Were you not?
I was drinking like crazy. Yeah,
You were
yeah.
drinking like crazy.
Yeah.
Like, were you just had
which
10,
he doesn't do anymore.
10
by the way.
yeah. Did you have like girlfriends all over the place? Were you just all
It was
over the
insane.
place?
Yeah, it was insane because
So
with
okay, so then
successful.
God did at that point kind of like you felt that God said, "Hey, this is not for you, man."
Yeah, with
I have better
success in the
things for
nightclub
you.
industry is like, I mean, you have everything. I mean, you're actually a celebrity, a local celebrity.
Of course.
Because people, I mean, you have celebrities. You have, in the Latin music industry, you have connections everywhere.
Preach
you
it.
have all the legal, you have all the legal that you want. You have all the girls that you want. You want
See?
local celebrity.
Chapter 9.
Local
read.
celebrity.
Read chapter 9. You'll get quizzed on it later.
So at that time I was super happy because I was a local
Yeah.
celebrity, but it was something missing. I mean, and I got that call,
Awesome.
and I said, I want to be something more real. I want to do something more real. It's like,
Good.
I want to be real. And real is, first of all, I'm in this business of the show business because I want to make people happy. My happiness is seeing people happy. When I
People
got these
dancing.
2,000 people parties,
Right.
having fun, I
This
remember
guy
that
just
I was
played at
like
Live,
almost crying.
By the way, just a few weeks back.
Yes,
Hey, just opened up for Nacho, right?
actually, yes.
Nice, man.
So when I see people happy and singing my songs or anybody's song, or it's like it makes me happy. So
What kind of music do you sing?
I've transitioned from ballads to rock to alternative rock in English and Spanish, Latin pop rock in Spanish and English,
Wow.
and then I'm doing more Latin
you're a
pop
rocker.
reggaeton. I like rock, yeah. I like electronic as well.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm not a DJ.
And now you're doing like reggaeton rock?
And I'm doing Latin pop, urban,
Cool.
influences.
That's in.
So everything started to change, and I said, I'm gonna do this professionally. I have to go all the way. I have to keep. I mean, I have to write my songs. I have to perform my songs. I have to produce my songs. I have to promote these songs, and I have to become a 100% artist.
Did you
I make a living with it.
identify the fact? Like, did you identify the fact that you are a promoter? You know how to promote yourself as an artist, right?
Yeah.
And you already have this popularity. Let me invite all these people, just how I invite them to come to a party on Saturday, on Thursday. Let me invite them to my show. Did you
Right.
start connecting those dots? And did it work for you, or
There is
no?
a
You just
cool
went in
truth.
another. You just went somewhere else because it's another world. You needed to gain other.
There is a cruel truth. It's like when people identify you as a
Yes, that's what I want to
thing.
talk.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Nadie es profeta en su tierra.
Right.
And I say it in camera. I don't care. It's like when people you have like a like a label
no,
here.
That's how it is.
It's like you're a promoter and that's it. And I won't
exactly.
accept
That
you
happens a lot.
anywhere.
I started as a stripper.
Yeah, and you see, now it's
now.
different.
Everybody wasn't taking him seriously. And he was like, "What? You're a promoter now? What?
Yeah, you're now a musician. You're singing songs. They don't believe you. And
That just happens.
little by little, people start believing you because you're serious about it. I have 5 music videos.
Wow.
I have 14 singles out. I
Nice.
have tours in Europe. I have tours
And this
here.
is hard, people. It's hard to do this.
And I've been working like crazy to actually reach a level where, as I said, go out and play live for these people, and these people is singing your songs, and that is a spiritual connection.
There's
And
one word
that's
that I've
priceless.
always used to describe this guy, from the nightlife to this, but especially now that he found his calling. I mean, to me, it's still entertainment, and it has a lot to do with our business. And I also had a little musician in me.
Yeah.
You saw how he said that.
He knows.
I have a little.
But it's persevere. You persevere.
Persistence.
And
Persistent is the key.
yeah, man, it's
You stay on
seriously. Like, it doesn't matter what you run into. That this is what you want, or you're gonna do whatever it takes to get to that, trophy,
Level.
whatever it is that you have as a goal. And so, what is that goal right now? Where do you want to be?
it. Yeah. Where are you
when
going?
you grow up?
I mean,
Yeah, I know, right? I like it.
By the way, we're standing here.
Yeah.
If you can see,
Yeah, I'm a
we're
little
not that
tired.
tall.
This business, I mean, I got an interview in Univision the other day, and they asked me, what is that the part that you don't like about the show business? And I like everything. I said, I like everything. I like the interview. I like the music video. I like to write songs. I like to produce songs. I like to do music videos.
I just love
like everything.
entertainment, like just being with
But,
people and stuff.
one of the reasons that I got into this business is because I like to travel. I like to connect with people in different countries, in different cities, to hear my music and to connect with them. And, if you ask me, why are you in this business, to actually connect with people in different cities of the world. What I want is touring. It's like,
You
what
love
do you
tours.
want? I want touring. Tour.
You want to tour all over?
I want to tour, yeah.
All over the
and that's
world.
why I remain single. That's why I don't get commitment in any.
So that's
place
how
here in
committed
Miami.
you are to this. Like, you're like, I'm
Yeah,
not gonna stay
yeah.
single. I don't want to get
I mean, and
attached. I
sometimes,
wanna-
to be honest with you,
It's hard.
I have a kind of a relationship with a girl, and I sometimes
off a
like,
little bit.
You gotta back off.
because it's gonna
You
distract
already
you.
have another relationship.
It's gonna distract
Exactly.
you. Yeah, I'm in love with my music. I'm in love with my career, and when I get to a point or to a level that I'm gonna be actually a little comfortable with my career,
Yeah.
I can start doing different things.
Hey, do your
That's-
tattoos mean anything? You
It
mentioned you
started
have
to be,
16.
but later, I mean, it's all about the universe.
It's all about the universe.
It's all
okay.
about the connection with God
One
and
with
the,
the
the
universe.
forces. Be grateful all the time, like what you
Grateful.
have. It's gonna take you, I don't know,
You have the heart. You
and
have
break the
brain,
rules always. I mean,
Break
you
the
have
rules.
To, you have to
We
do
just
something
pumped
different.
some iron before coming here.
I know.
Yeah.
He
And
was
Hey,
showing you.
he has pretty much all the nightlife tips around his
On
body.
the
so
nightclub here.
Yeah.
back there.
that's awesome. Hey, so did anything ever happen that besides the voice, from working the nightlife, that made you want to quit? Could you tell us, like?
And I know your story, so don't come up with
Yeah.
some.
Could you tell us, like, besides that, because that was, I believe, something more universal, more human that happened to you.
I
Talk
mean,
about, like,
the
what was the
creative
worst?
connection that you.
What
that
was
you,
the worst experience you had? And I'm sorry to.
the worst experience that you
Yeah,
that
yeah,
I,
and the
that I
best
had?
experience that you had working as a promoter in the
nightlife in
life
general.
business. Yeah.
I mean, there's one time I got into a club in downtown. Mac Miami used to. We used to promote together.
Shout out to Mac Miami.
Shout out.
Yeah, Mac Miami. Yeah. And I got something in my drink. I don't know. I got crazy. I ended up like in an apartment with a lot of people, a lot of crazy girls, naked.
Oh.
Disaster. I didn't remember
That was the
anything. I
worst
was
thing.
like, what the fuck happened here? I was like,
Wow, so you were
I
really-
lost it. And it was about the same time, 2006.
I'm so glad I'm the guy doing the interview.
Really? So
Yeah,
it's like,
so you woke
I
up
was
and
like,
like,
bro, this is
you
not
were in
happening.
orgy land.
Because, talking about energies again,
Yeah.
actually I opened up a new Instagram account. It's called
for it.
Abundance Challenge. No,
Abundance
Abundance
Challenge?
Planet.
Abundance Planet.
Because it's all about the energies and the connection with the
Abundance Planet.
consciousness and of God. Whatever you believe, you need to believe in something, I think. You have to believe in something,
Jay
no matter
believes
what.
in just go to his party, read his book, go to Amazon.com, get the book.
Get the
Believe.
Yeah, and
get it for my life. Okay.
And
So
so you opened that, and so part of the voice It looks like you were getting into a lot of parties, a lot of trouble.
Oh man, yeah, I was going out every day of the week.
The life.
I mean, 6 days in the week. I was resting 1 day only.
Wow.
All over again. And I didn't have anything to do in those parties, in the different parties that were not my own.
So guys,
and I still,
for those promoters that you want to tell them, take it easy. Yeah, take it easy, right? Like, don't.
Yeah, because I mean.
Because at the end of the day, that could affect your pocket, right?
Of course, I'm not against people that do drugs or anything like that. They want to do whatever they fucking want with their lives.
Of course.
But anything, I mean, I've learned that anything that can alter your senses in some way is bad.
It's bad, and this is why you don't
Alcohol,
drink anymore.
drugs,
you don't
cocaine,
drink anymore, right?
marijuana. I don't drink anymore. I don't do
You
drugs.
don't do anything. You're like pure as your hashtag.
Right.
Wow.
So it's like you have to focus and concentrate, and
Hey, you're like in another mission right now. You're like in another journey.
Like, I think for me that happened a long time ago. I mean, 2 years ago, I was like partying and having fun like crazy. Yeah. But little by little, I realized that there's important things in your life. I mean, family, career, and and my career is music. I'm devoted to it, and if I want to wake up fresh, I want to focus in my craft.
Yeah.
I have to be totally sober and totally energetic, totally healthy.
I'm not gonna ask you what the best thing is because you're already telling us that you woke up.
It was probably that same night.
Yeah. Is that you stopped?
The best and the worst.
And you kind of like realize, you know what? I think I'm here on this earth to do bigger things.
Correct.
And let me focus on my music. Let me focus on my writing, my musicship, and.
Hey, and,
wow.
and by the way, I want to make sure people understand that the fact that his calling is something different from the nightlife doesn't mean that this could, is a bad thing in any way, shape, or
I mean,
form.
I've known several. I mean, I can
different.
say the names. People, promoters that they don't drink. They don't drink. They're super focused, and they make more money than the promoters that drink.
Exactly.
Of course, no,
it's
totally,
crazy.
totally
I mean, Jonathan
makes sense.
Stahl is one of them. I admire him because he's like top in the industry in Miami Beach. He doesn't touch a drink. It's crazy. Yeah, he's like that, and I admire that. I used to tell him, bro, how do you not drink? I mean,
So let me ask you: you ready to be a father?
not really.
Yeah, at the end of every episode, we do a little segment called the Night Father, for some reason.
Yeah,
The
he
night
looks like-
father?
He looks like a good babysitter, right?
There you go. So, I mean,
Yeah.
but you're talking about the fact that you don't, you're pushing relationships away. The only one you're fucking right now is your music.
I don't want to put it like that, like pushing relationships away.
Yeah.
But I'm always careful.
I know.
This
All right, so
chick has to understand that we are in a very, very difficult business,
Okay.
and we have to travel. We have to go to the studio. We have to, everything is in the media, in the cameras, and all that. And they have to understand, and it's difficult to find a girl like that.
So being that I have 3 kids, this guy has 4.
Wow.
Oh, this guy.
You didn't have a PlayStation.
How do you
Didn't have a
feel?
PlayStation.
How do you feel, on balancing this?
Yeah.
Actually balancing it out. How do you feel about, do you ever think about? I'm getting older,
No, not only that.
Yeah.
What about the day he blanked out? What about if somebody knocks on your door right now? Hey, meet your 3-year-old baby.
Yeah.
You blanked out.
Right.
You don't know, but
Yeah, you might have a 15-year-old little girl,
me, Ranelita.
No, but seriously,
Ranelita
do you ever think about children? About having children?
Yeah.
Like,
Have you
is that
ever-
one of the things?
Is that, yeah. is that-
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. It could happen. I mean, my life could change
Oh, it could
tomorrow.
easily happen. It's
Tomorrow.
Totally.
I mean, and I think
tell you.
that kid conversation is about when you meet that person.
Yes.
I mean, after you meet that person, you can start considering that you want to have kids. In my case.
And the way he is,
Right.
when I do, I go all in. Imagine in 5 years, he's like, guys, after that moment, I had another calling.
Yeah, if I got twins,
How
he's
can
not
I?
gonna have triplets.
How can I be so
tell you.
busy
Yeah.
and not providing to a baby
Yeah.
if I'm not happy with myself right now? I mean,
course.
it's not that I'm not happy.
But
it's that I
you don't
think
feel
things
fulfilled.
to accomplish.
You still have a lot to
first.
fulfill.
And I know that I'm gonna have more time because obviously you guys know that it's like a part-time job to have kids,
course.
and I don't have time for that right now. And,
Right.
Of course.
and it doesn't
And
cross
it's
my
not-
mind.
It is really not a part-time. It's full-time.
Yeah. So it's like my life. As I said, my life could change tomorrow. I meet the girls of my life, and when she's pregnant, I don't know. But right now I'm okay like that, and I'm living day by day. So it's
Awesome.
Okay. Question: what do you think? There's any possibility that you'll end up back in the nightlife at some point?
Probably yeah. Probably yeah. I'm an expert.
Right.
I'm an expert, and probably in my journey as a musician, as an artist, I'll have a lot of people like approaching me to actually give me money to build nightclubs and bars and all that, and that's a possibility. I mean, why not? It's a great profit business, so why not? So
Cool, man. Well, man, it's been great.
Besides my legs, looking.
Hey,
Bro,
this champagne is great. I'm telling you.
Champagne.
We want to thank you, Ronald.
Hey, Ronald, thank you so
thank
much.
you. Thank you for having me.
bro.
Thank you for your honesty.
Thank you for
Man,
having
you kept it real. I love it.
I have the ending of that
This is the
story
way
for
it
the
is.
next episode. When he's not here, I'm going to tell you the real ending. No,
Yeah.
I actually was thinking of that day when I said, what, don't come up with some other story. I was thinking of that.
Oh, that
Oh,
day
that
that
day
he was
exactly?
like,
Exactly.
You see?
So I believe
That was
he
the
went running through Brickell
craziest.
naked.
That was
The craziest.
Got it.
But,
Yeah.
all right, so next week we have no idea who we're going to have yet.
Yes.
Because that person had to fly out of town. So we're going to get somebody else.
Don't worry,
But
we'll make
for
it
now,
interesting.
Remember to follow Ico Taps Beer and
Dorafuda
Wine. Sorry.
Festival.
The Nightlife Entrepreneur on Instagram, LMG Miami also, and
Ronald RIP.
And also the new one, the conscious.
Abundance Planet.
You gotta do the
Instagram.
Abundance Challenge. by
The
the way.
Abundance Challenge. $1.
people.
I'll explain it to you later.
Yeah. The Nightlife Entrepreneur on Amazon, nightlifeentrepreneurs.com
Hey,
/podcast.
like our
Spotify,
video.
Automatic, YouTube.
Da-da-da.
Share it, guys. Come on.
Share it, like it, love it, kiss it.
Hello, guys.
Peace and love.
Instagrammers!
Instagrammers.
Y estamos en entrevista que ya se está acabando.